Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Monday, November 25th, 11 p.m. Mountain Time 2019. The new models are in, and they're showing hundreds of millions of people that are going to be affected during the Thanksgiving holiday. Plus, we've had a historic earthquake in Albania. We'll get to that. Keep calm. It's boom time. Prayers are in all those people in Albania. Now, I want to send a big thank you out at the beginning of the show to Donovan Spitzman, Nick Navarez, Lisa Brody, and others. You know who you are. Josh Silva. Those that stepped up to the game and made Crestone Energy Fair 2019 amazing. 2020 will be only better. And we went out and spent Thanksgiving with them this weekend, and I just want to thank all of them for doing what they do. They are heroes in my eyes. First action alert. Heavy snow for Denver area tonight and Tuesday morning. It's freezing outside. Snow is falling, and we have blizzard conditions. There's barely an inch. It just started an hour or so ago. But heavy snow forecast just in the overnight. And this is not the main event, folks. That's coming Thursday and Friday. This is just a tippy touch, a taste of the Al Gore's global warming goodness. And up to 23.2 inches predicted in Red Feather Lakes, 22 in Estes Park, 17.7 in Netherlands, where the frozen guy is. Hello. 2 feet predicted in Fort Collins. Hello. A major snowstorm hits Colorado to start our Thanksgiving travel week. Powerful winter storm will hammer the northern half of Colorado with heavy snow, strong winds, big drifts, and closed roads. A winter storm warning is in effect through Tuesday afternoon with heavy snow, strong winds, and cold conditions. Snow totals of 8 to 12 are possible for the Denver area with 18 or more around Fort Collins. Winds will gust to 40, causing extensive blowing and drifting and closing roads by early Tuesday, which is their lose day. Followed by Thursday and Friday, which will be the double lose day. But we're not even there yet, are we? One of the biggest snowstorms in recent memory is about to hit, and it just won't quit. Look at this dog. 12 to 18 inches expected. A major snowstorm is taking aim at Denver Metro and much of the northeast Colorado, promising to deliver one of the area's biggest November snowstorms ever. Winter storm with heavy snow, strong winds to pound northern Colorado. What about us? Why aren't they pounding southwest Colorado? Heavy snow forecast for Tahoe, Sierras this week as the second and third system move through the region. Ski resorts are setting the opening dates. It's good news. If you're in Montana or Nebraska, you will lose. Cold weather brings snow potential in Nebraska, 6 to 10 inches throughout the entire central portion of the state from Norfolk to North Platte. 6 to 10 inches expected in the breadbasket. Lincoln, Nebraska. KOLN News, an upper-level trough should develop in the western U.S. Monday afternoon and evening. As it moves east Tuesday, on their lose day, an upper-level low is expected to form over the Rockies, and a surface low will form in blippity-bloppity-blue. Who knew you'd be buried? Panhandle hook storm could drop a foot of the global warming goodness on parts of Wisconsin. Shut up, Al! I told you to be quiet. Now get in your hole. Starling, Thanksgiving, and deer hunting travel plans. I did buy Al a turkey for the holidays, by the way. So he'll be well fed. A panhandle hook storm barreling towards Wisconsin is expected to turn half of the state into a big snowbank and soak the other half with cold rain. It sounds disgusting, but precipitation is much needed, especially with the food shortages that we'll be experiencing in the near future, depending on travelers' destinations Tuesday afternoon through Wednesday. National Weather Service is advising folks to change their plans to avoid the heavy snowfall of 8 to 10 inches coupled with high winds gusting to 35. This is damn near a blizzard. And there's the track of the blizzard through Nebraska and Iowa and into Wisconsin and up and out by Wednesday. Did you pick that up? Snow and cold weather expected for Thanksgiving. Travel may be concerned Wednesday and Thursday, especially for you people up in Montana. So, all of you, take heed and take warning. Buy chains. They're like $50 at Walmart. Do it now. Do it now.
Good evening, I'm Elaine Quijano. Tonight, a strong storm is slamming parts of the Northeast, but it's just a precursor of a 1-2 punch set to impact millions of people over the Thanksgiving holiday. Snow hammered parts of the Ohio Valley overnight. Now that snow is in New England, where some areas could get up to 8 inches. But this week, 2 more systems will be moving in, threatening 250 million Americans with rain, snow, and ice. Jeff Berdelli is tracking both systems. So, Jeff, time this all out for us.
Yeah, the timing really couldn't be much worse. It's Tuesday, it's Wednesday, huge travel days, mainly the western and central parts of the country because of that big dip in the jet stream. Starts on Monday night in Denver with heavy snow moving in, winds gusting over 40 miles an hour, blizzard conditions pulling into the Plain States towards the Minneapolis area and Green Bay area. South of that, the good news is it's rain in Chicago, but it's a big wind maker. Same thing in Detroit. So that will help a little bit. At least it's not snow there. Speaking of snow, heaviest snow is from Denver to Omaha to Minneapolis to Green Bay, as much as 6 to 12 inches of snow. Remember, blizzard conditions at times. And that's because the wind field is huge with this all the way down to Texas. Any flights flying in and out of the major hubs there are going to have problems. St. Louis, Chicago,
huge
Detroit,
wind
Indianapolis,
field.
Buffalo.
Can you feel it?
Watch New York City on Thursday morning. The parade, the kids will not be happy if the balloons are grounded.
Would you just look at it?
A possibility with gusts close to 35, 40 miles an hour. And then another storm slamming the West Coast as we head towards Monday night into Tuesday, Wednesday. We're going to see over 2 feet of powder. Great paradise for the skiers, but this is going to be a nightmare for travelers.
All right, brace for delay.
Boom!
Thank you.
We can't wait for the
Good evening,
skiers'
I'm Elaine
paradise. Shut up. Give them a thumbs up over there. They're doing good work at CBS Evening News, apparently. Someone's got to do it. Delayed U.S. corn harvest has resulted in chaos. Now, when I say chaos, it's because I'm being funny. Now, remember, this is a very serious science show. I'm a degree geologist and paleoclimatologist with expertise in stratigraphy, cosmic catastrophe, and cyclicity, specifically Milankovitch forcing, which I now know is garbage. But I digress. The most delayed U.S. corn harvest on record is resulting in chaos for traditional commodities trade routes, leading ADAPT 2030 to go off the his hook, because that's his shizit. Let's check the GFS models. They're not schmodels. I do have earmuffs on. It's just that cold. So I'm going to shrink my pathetic ass down here, freezing in the corner. While you, well, look at the models. Let's break it down for your holiday weekend. Here's your Tuesday morning. You'll wake up to white weather in the areas where blue are down. Heavy snow throughout the entire state of Colorado, Wyoming, and then midday Wednesday, this blizzard moves up through Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin. Take a look. Canada's going to get buried. A second event comes through and adds insult to injury. Burying portions of northern, look at that, northern Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, picking up 1 to 3 feet in the mountains. Sounds like last year, only better. The Sierra is picking up the first dump up to 4 feet predicted all the way south into Baja. So no areas will be left out here. Big Bear, you're going to get that hair in your nair, regardless of what all the people downslope think. They thought you were burning up, but you're actually buried. Which is leading me to think the tides will be changing after year of record snow and record ice. And check out Greenland. That looks like 4 gigatons a day to just today. Yeah, oh, yep, 4 gigatons today. This is after last week's 10 gigaton gain. Hello? Anybody? No. Probably not. That's because facts are a bitch. UK Met Office guilty of climate fraud. Says a friend of the channel, Piers Corbin. He's been on a couple times. Let's get Piers back on. We need him back on the channel. I guarantee we're going to get him back on in a week. I'm emailing him right after I hang up from the show. I didn't even realize. Why isn't Piers back on the show? Because he can show that the climate fraud is obvious and real. Check out the data here. The red curve here clearly is the data set from May 2015. The blue curve is your current data set showing extreme warning and you're burning up. Now, if you bring this back down here to the red, you will see a rapid cooling. I mean, who are they fooling? According to Piers Corbin, Diamond, and many others, researchers replaced data from old weather stations which show falling temperatures with new stations which reflect rising temperatures to meet their paradigm. And if you ask any lawyer or even any judge, that's called fraud, which is being perpetrated on the masses because the sheep suck this up. Oh my God, they gobble it up. They're like, blah, 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 blah. Red warnings issued as 59 plus inches of snow in just 36 hours. Increased avalanche risk in the Alps. Diamond's predicting avalanche warnings over the next 5 days. We're going to show you the models. This snow is now going to be added to with another 4 to 6 feet. Let's take a look. Heavy snow in Norway. Greta Thunberg's boyhood home could be buried in up to 50 centimeters of the global warming goodness. But let's check out the Alps. Totals here are off the charts, up to 80 centimeters in some regions. So with the 60 initial centimeters over the last 48, 72 hours, add that to another 3 to 4 feet of snow on top of 3 to 4 feet of snow. Oh, that could be bad news. Bad news. A little bit of snow in North UK coming through by November 30th for your Thanksgiving. But Thursday, Thanksgiving, in the U.S. will be celebrated by a major downpour of snow in Greta Thunberg's boyhood home. Isn't that awesome? How she can actually experience the climate change herself and not have any idea what's going on. 2 people are killed in France as road collapses in Italy and torrential cosmic rays rain unleash mudslides and fallen trees and across Europe, with Venice underwater again just 11 days after the floods killed 2. It's looking almost like it's biblical. It's amazing. It's the end of the world. Probably not. Just the beginning of the erasing of the old paradigm, the old empire, which totally sucks anyway. For those of you that think it doesn't suck, please raise your right hand. I believe that the empire model, which allows me to work my entire adult life and to the bone for an asshole that I hate so that I can make barely enough money to pay barely enough of my bills. Anyway, earthquake activity at Bardavunga. We've noticed a little uptick and we've been monitoring it. Over a dozen quakes, couple in magnitude 3 happening over the last 3 days. This is our supposition that Iceland is the trigger. Because its location on a mid-ocean ridge, it will react to the cosmic rays in such a way that it will be the first to explode. So what we would look for is a VEI 5 coming from Iceland. And that will trigger the cosmogenic effects that then cascade globally to more volcanic events. Specifically Cascadia, British Columbia, and the Ring of Fire in the eastern region in the US and North America. Followed by an outburst in Indonesia, Kamchatka, and all the way around the Aleutians. So what we would see is an actual ring of fire exploding all around the Pacific. The Pacific Rim is a horrible place to exist for the next 3 decades, minimum. It's one of the worst places to be. Anywhere in the Pacific Rim, it's the least safe. I hope you got that. Stop emailing me. Fears of casualties as 6.4 magnitude earthquake hits Albania, collapsing buildings and sending panicked residents running into the streets. And for good measure, the last time an earthquake of this magnitude hit was in 1967. 10/25. That's in a lot of years. Yeah. 62 plus a half. Now, the magnitude 6.4 tremor was felt across hundreds of miles in Eastern Europe. In Albania, capital Tirana, witnesses said locals ran into the streets in panic, as they should. That's the safe place, far from buildings collapsing. A tremor that size could have caused widespread casualties, USGS said. Yeah, well, they might have just looked at the data, which they seldom do, by the way. But back, the last earthquake of this magnitude in 1967, November 30th. Are you picking that up? It's November 25th. What are the odds? There are no coincidences. This is a cycle, a catastrophic earthquake cycle, which we've just all together, do you feel the goosebumps? We just all picked up on it. So in November 30th of 1967, the same time it is now, the same exact earthquake happened now. And it killed 12 and injured 174. So those are the numbers we're looking for in the morning. And we'll report on it tomorrow. Our prayers go out to all the people that have been injured or are dead. Because it is inevitable. There's the quake, aftershock happening moments ago, 5.3. As expected, no other quakes of note worldwide except the Albanian rare quake. Worldwide volcano news update. It appears that the only significant eruption in the last 24 hours was coming from Popo at 23,000 feet. But we'll keep our eyes on it. We'll refresh it right here just to keep it live. Just keep it real. Here we are. Sabancaya matching the Popo eruption at 23,000. Perfect. No other deadly quakes. Why everything they say about climate change is wrong? Well, let me think about this. Perhaps it's because for the last 30 years, that's not 3 years, that's 3-0. This is like reversed, man. This is impossible. For the last 30 years, all their predictions have been falsified. And now, 3 decades later, they're blaming all of the natural forest fires, all the natural flooding, all the natural hurricanes on you. They're blaming it on you. They're not blaming it on me. They're blaming it on you. It's your fault that natural climate variability exists. Flooding is not increasing, but all the floods are your fault. Fires worldwide are not increasing, wildfires, but it's all your fault. Flooding is not increasing, but it's all your fault. I'll tell you what, it's not you. It's not me. It's the sun. The sun causes all climate change, and that's what's making it really strange. More polio cases now caused by vaccine than by the actual virus. Now, if there was a case study ever to pop your head right out of your ass about vaccines, how about this non-case study? It's not a case study. It's a fact. The fact is that more people get polio by taking the vaccine than actually get polio from polio. That is, in fact, tonight's first boom. Because if you don't even understand what I just said, let me repeat it. More polio cases now caused by taking the vaccine than by actually getting polio naturally. Now, for the last 2 years, almost all the people I know that have been studying the measles and that have been studying the flu and other viruses have concluded that almost 80% of the outbreaks of flu and the measles are from people that have had the vaccine. Don't you know that everyone that gets the flu vaccine gets the flu? I haven't gotten a flu vaccine in 30 years, and I don't even think I've ever gotten the fucking flu. I maybe had a cold 3-5 times in my life. The flu, once, when I was like 8. Because I got the flu vaccine. Because my mom took me into CVS and was like, you gotta get a vaccine! Thimerosal! You need the mercury. Not only did we put 1,000 mercury fillings in your mouth, you're gonna get it injected in your arm. Look, if you're 18, get the fuck out away from those psychopaths. Call parents. Ice fossils discovered in 4.6 billion year old asteroid. They could give a new insight into the early solar system. Now, read the article. I'm a scientist. I read it. It's almost embarrassing. They claim that there's a 4.6 billion year old ice fossil. A fossil of ice. They are grabbing at tentacles. They need ice fossils to prove that comets have ice. I mean, it's like, could humans be put into hibernation? Yes, they're already doing it. I just read a scientific paper published in a journal where they put humans in cryogenic stasis. These are rich idiots that are never coming back, but good for them. But scientists hope one day to supercool your body to fix the problems that are causing your ailments. Now, I don't trust doctors with anything. The way they cure cancer is by giving you more cancer with radiation and other dumb shit. And there's a 54% success rate. You'll live 5 more years. And then you'll die anyway, horribly from cancer. There's no fucking cure for cancer. I'm sick of it. The majority of people that are cured from cancer die from cancer. If you don't know that fact, Google it. I'm sick of spilling facts. Do you know how much time it takes to figure out the lies about climate change, cosmology, and the other shit perpetrated by the top scientists? Now we have to go into multinational corporations called the pharmacopoeias and the pharmacists and all that bullshit. The hospitals you go to, ask any doctor. They're about as limited in their knowledge as a fucking retard homeless person on the street. They only know what the people that sell them the shit that they sell tell them. They only know what the indoctrination facility that they went to told them was good for you. And it's not. The majority of people that go to hospitals die. Guess what? Everyone that goes to a hospital dies. Everyone dies. But what the trick is that because people go to the hospital, some of them live, they say the hospital saved them. It's that sick. If you never go to the hospital, just as many people will live as will die. Trust me. Learn about natural cures. Learn about homeopathy. Learn about the placebo effect. Learn about yoga. Learn about the belief in you being able to heal yourself. If you believe in Jesus and go to a hospital, you're a fraud. Because Jesus would never set foot in a fucking hospital. He would smoke pot, fuck a hooker, and make her well. God damn, you idiots. Jupiter and Venus to meet in the night sky. This happened last night. And if you didn't know what you're looking at, please learn about the astronomy and take your head out of your ass. Long hidden 3D scan of ancient Egyptian Nefertiti bust is finally revealed because they removed all the good information beforehand. Trust me. They stole all the golds, all the goodies, all the ancient technology, and they said that these hunter-gatherers made this bust. Yes, I'm pretty sure of it. Polar vortex, a guide to surviving extreme cold. If you want to know the facts, links will be below. Bundle up. Now, we've been a Harvest Right affiliate for a year and a half, and we just never left the link up. Somehow it came down. But one of our subscribers bought a Harvest Right. Did you know it's the only non-commercial freeze dryer company in the world? I didn't. until I tried to find another freeze dryer. And last year, when we became an affiliate, the price of the cheapest freeze dryer was $2,600. So things are changing. Tens of thousands of people are freeze drying food for long-term storage because they're well aware of climate cycles, climate science, and facts. Are you aware? Those of you that are aware, email me every day about putting new products in our store to support the channel. So we added 4 or 5 versions of edible bentonite clay for detox. Come check it out. You can also get shungite and super greens. Someone emailed me yesterday about a compost thermometer, RioTemp. So we put both of them in that exist on the planet. If you're into permaculture and you want to check the temperature of your compost pile, how about a 4-foot RioTemp thermometer? We have the cheapest one on the planet and the best product on Earth. Can't get it anywhere else for that price. And you support the channel. Alien Alan wanted new regulators, carbon monoxide alarms, and a new heater. And I put it all in the store, and he bought it all there, including scrubbers that clean the propane before it burns. That's clean burning propane. Did you even know about that? I didn't. But by hanging out with preppers and other preparedness people that can live at 20 below zero in a cardboard box comfortably, I'm talking mansion shit, you have no idea. The universe does this thing. Let me explain it to you. I've been doing this since I started believing in it. I read a bunch of books, and at the end I was like, this all sounds like bullshit. So all I have to do is change everything in my life, erase my brain, and pray for the things I want. I just have to believe in what I want. And every night say, I will manifest this. I will manifest the people that will make this happen. This will happen to me. I pray every night that this is going to happen. I'm going to be the best permaculture farmer in the worst conditions in the world, but the safest place. I'm going to have a YouTube channel that gets this information out to the public. I'm going to do this. This was the mantra I had 10 years ago. I said it every night like a prayer before I went to bed. I woke up every morning, and every morning I said I'm going to be the best eBayer. And something clicked. Something happened. I became one of the best eBay sellers on eBay. They even email me regularly and say, please come back, Diamond, please come back. But look at where I am. I'm a permaculture farmer in the South San Juans, exactly where I willed myself to be. Now, the universe does this thing where it aligns you with the people, things, and situations that match the energy you put out. Now, you can't put out good energy if you're faking. I know that for a fact. I tried it for 38 years. I tried to fake the energy that I had. I manipulated people. I was good at that, but that's a fraud. But you cannot change the actual matrix of reality. If you're faking it, it won't work. If you believe truly in your desires to manifest your universe, the more you improve yourself and raise your vibration, the more you will see things that are beneficial to your well-being. It's what I liken to a miracle. Now, I had a sponsor when I got sober 10 years ago, and he said, in about 3 to 5 years, you may become complacent, but I want you to draw yourself back and think about what has transpired in those years. And every single miracle that I've experienced came from one thing. Me believing in me, manifesting the fact that I could be a better person. I could change the universe. I could manifest anything that I put my mind to it. And I prayed on that. And every single day, every single month, and every single year, things were revealed to me that were completely in line with my dream. And it was blowing my mind 1 year at a time until I'm here. I don't pray for anything anymore, but I should. And I started again. I'm praying to be a better person. I'm praying to be more humble servant to the universe, to help more people because I can, and to spend less time on myself because I'm fine. My ego needs to be crushed. I want to ascend to another level. I don't want to ever come back here. I think this is my last time. And my purpose is to share this information with you. I hope you got something out of the video. Times are changing. And we love you. Each and every one of you. Do what you can. And if you can't, pray on it. It will come. Trust me.